Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year everyone. I hope everyone had a great holiday Christmas and a new year, safe new year. We're going, this is my table talk, my first for the year. Doing this recorded because it's kind of like, I don't want to say last minute, I've been thinking about it, but I've had other things going on, which I'll get into that a little bit later on. I just did a recorded one, and I'm going with my new format that I'm just going to kind of break down a couple key points that I have for my table talks to try to eliminate my ramblings. I know I'll probably veer off, but anyways, trying to stay on point with my table talks this year. That's a goal of mine. Okay, so that's what I'm going to start with. Is my goals for 2025 is keep with my table talks. That's my first point for the day. Is keeping my table talks on point with my outline. And then number two, I plan this year in 2025. I plan to work some more on working with piecing quilts. Doing that type of work, quilts, table runners, wall hangings, things of that nature. My thought, I'm sorry, I just lost my thought. Of course, that's where I started out, which if you've watched in the beginning, about a month ago, I want to say a little over a month ago, I marked 1 year on YouTube. In that year, when I checked just recently, I think I'm at like 289 subscribers in 1 year. For me, an unknown, just kind of starting with putting my bags out there, and then kind of doing a few other things. I have my pattern reviews, things of that nature. I have built it to that, which is amazing to me. I love it. In 2025, by the time I end the year, which would be a little over 2 years, I would absolutely love to be over 500, and also have my watch time hours be a little higher. I am looking to build the channel to work with possibly in getting it built up, because another thing in this year, I turned 60 in June. So hopefully I can retire sometime in the near future. I know that's not always an option, but what I'd like to do in my later years is keep up with YouTube as long as I'm able to, and continue to sew. And if it gets to the point where my hands won't allow me to sew the things that I want to sew, I would like to still keep up with YouTube and try to continue with some sewing things like that. I don't know if I have arthritis in my hands. It's not great. And so my hands will I don't know how many years left I have of sewing the type of things that I like to sew. With that being said, I'm also working on building my channel this year with adding some new things, which I'll go into that a little bit later on the adding of some content that I'm going to do with some different content. With that, those are the goals that I currently have for 2025 with YouTube. And to move on, why, well, with the holidays and everything, on also part of the reason why I'm recording this and not doing a planned live, or the format that I was wanting to do, is right before Christmas, I decided to get an industrial sewing machine. I did a little teaser photo out on Facebook and Instagram, so you may not have seen it if you just only see me on YouTube. I'm sorry, I just thought of something. But anyways, with that being said, I have spent the last week trying to learn the machine and all the quirks that it has. When it came to me, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail right here, because there are videos that I've made when I got it, and I will be posting videos on this. But when I got it, it was it wasn't really an issue, but there was a couple of things that concerned me when I first got the machine. Had to work through that. Then I had to work through trying to figure the machine out. What I purchased was a Juki 1541S. The machine that I have is a very powerful machine. I went, and again, there's going to be videos about it, so I won't go into a whole lot of detail on this, so I won't be, repeating myself a lot, which I already do, so I don't want to, I try to eliminate as much as I can of being repetitive. But anyways, but it also gives me the ability to sew very thick items. It can sew leather. It's actually mainly used a lot, not mainly, but it's one of the main sewing machines that leather makers use. But I don't know that I'm ever going to go into leather, but that option's there should I want to grow into that. However, again, I've been trying to learn it. I've had some issues, mainly let's say 99% is user error. It's a very powerful machine. I'm trying to get used to it, and there will be some videos coming out, and also I will have videos coming out on me learning it as well. It will be a separate playlist, if you will, of videos, and it's going to be called Me and My Juki. That will be separate, so it's separate from anything else that I post. So if that's something that interests you, by all means, watch out, turn on notification bells, and you can see anything that comes out in regards to that. It'll be content like, again, me opening the box, getting it set up, me trying to set it up, which that's a whole big edit that I'm going to have to do. And I'm not a big fan of editing, but I will have to because I dropped the screws I don't know how many times. So a lot of that has to be cut out of it. So things like that. And then it will be editing. It'll be me trying to get it set up, me trying to learn to thread it, the bobbin, which that's an issue, which I'm having right now. I've got calls out right now. I can't even use it because I've done something. I assume it's me, to make it where I can't get the bobbin up. And I've been in contact with the people that I bought it with, and they're working with me very well to try to figure out what the issue is. So that's something that I've been doing behind the scenes. That's been kind of consumed a lot of my time right now. So moving on from my sewing machine, again, it's a Juki 1541S. Oh, and the S, just to let you know, this S stands for safety, and it's the safety for the machine, which I picked that. That's one of the reasons I picked it, so you cannot knock it out of timing. However, I might have knocked it out of timing. That's what I'm waiting to find out, if that's what happened to it. And if I figured out how I did it, or we figure out whatever, that will be on an upcoming video, because I think it's something that people will be very interested in, whoever gets one of these machines. Because there's not a ton of stuff out there, and a lot of stuff that I find is like 4+ years ago, except from Juki Junkies, which that's who I purchased it from. They have a lot of updated videos, which has helped me tremendously. And that's who, again, David is helping me tremendously right now, trying to figure out what's wrong. So more to come on that. I'm also going to have a feature on my table talks this year, is what's on my sewing table. I think it would be interesting or neat to let people know things that I'm currently working on, just to give them an idea of upcoming things that I might have out for purchase, to give people ideas of what's I've got coming, or just things that I'm making, whether it be for sale or other reasons that I'm making it, or something for possibly if I'm making a bunch of items for upcoming shows, things like that. So what I wanted to let you know is, so actually I finally started sewing something on my Elna domestic. And it's something that I actually cut out a while ago, most of the pieces. Actually, when I pulled it out last night, because last night was the first time I actually sat down to sew in a few days. And I pulled it out to go ahead and just start sewing something simple, and just that, because my mind right now is just so focused on that my Juki. So I pulled out my little pattern. I purchased this when I was on vacation. Actually got the pattern from Missouri Star when I was in Missouri. It's just called a wireframe purse. It's the small version, and I think I've got 5 of them that I'm working on. They are, it's just a simple little open, main open. There's no pockets, no anything. It's just a simple little open wide bag. When I say open wide, once it's a wireframe purse, that wireframe will give it this wide opening where you can go down. I mean, really honestly, to me, it's kind of like a pouch on, maybe, I don't know, a super pouch, you could call it, because again, it's got the wide opening. It's got the cute little handles. And again, I'm making the small version, not the large version. And just so you got an idea, the small version is 9.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches tall and 4 3/4 inches deep. Now those are approximate sizes. So it's a cute little bag. Again, it's a zippered, it's a zipper closure with a wire frame. And again, the wire frame makes it, here's a picture of the back picture here. It gives it a nice wide opening. So that's the small is what I'm making. And I just thought it was such a cute little bag that someone could carry around. I mean, honestly, you could probably use it like a makeup carry bag, and it's a nice, inexpensive bag that I'll have. You can put your makeup and whatnot in there and just carry it around. It's just a handle carry. It's just like a handbag carry, handle bag, whatever. I don't know how many times I can say that. But that will be, when I get them finished, those, I will have them up for sale, but I'm also considering when I go to shows this year, considering making some multiples of these to bring to shows, because again, it's an inexpensive bag. It's not a ton of hardware. You got your zipper and your wire frame. That is your biggest expenditure, besides the fabric. And mine is just being made out of it's a cotton canvas. So it's just a heavier weight canvas, cotton canvases. This is one, when I started fusing last night, apparently my iron, the heat of my iron went out before I got to finish this piece, and realized it when I was starting setting these up. So anyways, I just got to fix that. But this is just a piece of it. This is the bottom of the bag, part of it. It'll kind of go like that. Anyway, so that is one of the things that I'm working on. Another thing that I'm working on, and just so you know, I have serious, I guess, attention issues. And I've got to have multiple things cut out at one time and work on a couple things here and there. Honestly, that's probably the only way to work. I've tried to sit and focus on one item or one thing at a time. It's really, really hard for me to do that. So another thing that I've cut out and working on, I've made one of these but I sold for Christmas. It's called the key fob wallet. It's a really cute, now I've got cork and a couple vinyls that I'm making, but mostly the cork ones. I think I'm making 5 or 6 of these right now to test out, because I think this would be a good little wallet to bring to shows, a nice cheap little wallet. It just has the 2 card slots, and then behind the one there'll be another slot. It's not like a card, but it could be like what you would call maybe a hidden pocket. And then it's just got a little slip pocket there, and then you got your ID pocket there. And then, of course, if you want to put something behind your ID, you have the option. So it's just a simple little wallet. It's got a little snap closure. And then also you can, if you want to, which mine will be, have a handle strap. So if you're just looking for something that is something simple, if you're a bag maker that's watching this, if you want something that's simple, I mean, these, I cut, like I said, I think it was 5 or 6 of them. I can't remember how many, but I cut those out, like, it was a couple of hours to cut that many out. It's really simple. You can keep it all one color, or you can change out the inside and make the inside part, because this is a separate cut here. This inside part right here, you can make it a little different just to kind of change up the looks on the inside. You can keep like this solid or the same color as the back, and then change that out. I think one of my wallets I did that on, because number one, I didn't have a whole lot of, it's one of the vinyls, and so I did something a little different on the vinyl ones. But anyways, so that's something I've cut out and that I'm currently working on right now. Like I say, it's a cute little wall. Like she calls it key fob. Oh, I should say this is from Sonar Sewing Patterns too. So that's who that's from there. I failed to mention who this is from. This the wireframe purses. It's called Zakka Sewing. Zakka, Z-A-K-K-A Sewing Studio. So that's where the wireframe purses are coming from. I'm also another bag that I have cut out. It's called the Aurora, and I shown, where is it at? I did show just a sneak peek. If you watched my video when I got some new vinyl, just the most recent one that I did, the post before this one, I'd gotten some new vinyl that I really, really loved, and I decided, and I wanted to make it for this bag. This is the newest pattern by Petal Patterns. This is an adorable little bag. You can either get a shorter handle. There's two sized handles. The size of this bag, it's really cute. It's 8.5 inches, 8.5. Well, she says 8.5 to 10 inches high, which I think she's referring to, I think the straps as well. 11 inches wide and then 3.5 inches deep. So it's a really cute really cute small bag. You can actually carry it as a handbag if you want to, or just a shoulder bag. There is two different shoulder drops. One is a 17 inch and another one is a 21 inch. Yes, well, 17 3/4 and 21 3/4. What I decided to do, because I just think this is such a cute bag, and this actually was a quick cut as well. It's very simple. I mean, the front of this piece is 4 pieces, and then the back is 3. But other than that, you just have your gusset and your handle strap, and that was kind of fun. Your handle strap, and then these two little strap hangy downs. Those are just a design feature, which is really cute. That's another reason why I kind of like the bag. But I making one out of this brown. This is from Tulip Bee. It's her Timeless Tones. This is chestnut, I believe, and that's a real pretty. I love the looks of this particular vinyl. I can't help it. It just reminds me of a comfy leather couch. All of these Timeless Tones, there's like a walnut, a chestnut, a caramel. I can't think of the other ones, but they're just really, really, it's the texture, I think, that it is, because it's got a little bit of a texture to it. I don't know if you could see, but I just think it's really cool. And then the other one is, this is in that new vinyl that I got, that I showed on that video. It's from Zipper Valley. It's so soft, it kind of feels like a faux suede, but it's actually a vinyl, and it's a thicker vinyl. It's got that nice thick felt backing on it. So I really, really like that. The brown, brown, this is a thinner vinyl. But anyways, so I'm making 2 of these, and I'm making one with the 17 3/4 inch shoulder drop bag. Yes. And then the other one in the 21 3/4 inch. So 2 of these of that with the 2 different. The only difference, of course, besides the colors of the exterior, is the drops. And I can't remember which is which as far as who gets the longer shoulder strap versus the other one versus, I'm not sure which one. So those things right now that I've got working on. Now, if anybody is a Saya swag follower that happens to be watching my channel, which I am, huge big time fan. I actually am a Patreon. I think she calls it Baba Busters. It's the next one up from the lowest that I belong to. I just love watching her and her sister. She's really good about talking and sewing things, and that's kind of what drew me to her channel. When I watched the very first one, I was making a necessary clutch wallet, and I didn't understand something, and when I did a search on YouTube to try to find a tutorial, that was the tutorial that I watched to learn it. And then I kind of watched a few other videos of hers, and then I started, watching a lot, and then she was doing a lot of her lives and doing a lot more videos. So, and I just love following her and love watching her. But anyways, with that being said, her Patreon for her sew along this month starting this month, I should say. It's called the Saya Sidekick. This is a new pattern by Lynn's Handmade. It's a cute little backpack with peekaboo sides. This reminds me of the Adina bag that I made, the red and white, the red and black croc Adina bag, where you had the zip downs on the side and the peekaboo, the little peak side comes out. This is what this reminds me of. That's kind of why I really liked it. So I'm going to make this with the Patreon sew along when she starts this later this month. So I've got it all cut out and ready to go. I'm really excited about it. The fabrics that I chose was actually, I'll show you. The fabrics that I chose are all Tulip Bee, which is a friend and an admin of Kasaya. And it is it's one of my timeless tones that I got. This is called Caramel. This is the exterior of it. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love this vinyl. I can't help it. And that's going to be like the main exterior, but like the flap and the little peekaboo sides is going to be Tulip Bee's printed vinyl. And I can tell you what the name of this is real quick as soon as it should be right here. Here it is. I'll get my vinyl here. This print, it's called Blushing Blooms. That's the name of this vinyl, Blushing Blooms. That is my flap. And this will be my little peekaboo sides. And then the very back where the backpack straps hang to, it'll be like a little accent piece back there, will be my Blushing Blooms. It's a really soft vinyl. I really like it. My interior, she's got this waterproof canvas that she has. Tulip Bee does. Again, it's all Tulip Bee. She has this waterproof canvas. It is like a linen feel on the front, and then the back is like a plastic kind of backing. It's waterproof. This is Pumpkin, is the name of this color. So that's going to be my interior of the bag. And then what I had to do, I just kind of got lost control with this. But because I was making this, it's called the Saya Sidekick, and I used all of Tulip Bee's fabrics to make the bag. Kasaya has, and I don't know how much longer she'll have them, but Kasaya has these zippers. Let me get into my little bucket here. She has zippers that are her little logo. I hadn't ordered them before, but I kind of figuring because the the bag is named after her, I opted to get her little zippers. It's her Kasaya's little logo, and her logo is like a heart with a needle kind of in it. Let me get it out here. So I opted to get her little zipper pulls that she sells on her website, and do the zipper pulls with her little heart. That is her little emblem. So I decided to do all my zipper pulls are her little hearts. So anyways, I could say I kind of went goofy on that. So that's another thing I'm working on. But this is like something that's going to be kind of worked on like once every couple weeks. It's not where I'm going to sit down and just sew the whole thing like these other bags. So that's that one. That is actually what is on my table. And then winding down to some newer patterns. Now, some of the patterns aren't so new, but some of them are newer to me. One of the wallets, and this came out, I think, maybe a month or two ago, month and a half ago. This is a wallet. It's called the Vestibule Wallet by Sincerely Jen. Now, this is what they call a raw-edged wallet. So she's got hers painted on, she did like an edge painting on hers. This is a cute little wallet that it kind of expands out, but then you can fold it flat depending on what the contents are in. So this is a cute little wallet that came out that I would like to work on in the future. So look forward to me making these or letting you know when I'm going to start making them. And then another newer wallet. I think there's another newer bag. Now this is a new pattern that came out within the last couple of weeks that I purchased. It's called the Tiny Kata, C-A-T-A crossbody. It's by Aurora. She, this is a smaller version of her Catalina crossbody sling. This is a real tiny little bag. It is so cute. It's 7.5 inches wide by 4.5 inches tall. It's just like, I mean, literally it could be a clutch as well. There's several different ways you can make it. You can make it as a crossbody. You can make it as a sling, or you could just make it as a clutch and then just do a wrist strap on it. And then, you know, the choice is yours, the 3 different ways. And then this is real cute where she's got like the little chain on it and then her demonstration there. So this is something that I want to make in the future. She's got options where you can do different designs. Like I was thinking of doing something like this with some of my vinyls, or do it all solid, not really all solid, but do one of my fun prints that I have. I've got that gorgeous floral that I have from Love Lola looks. This would really be probably really cute. Do like this on the front and then a solid in the back, things like that. So I'm looking forward to making some of these. This I think would be a great thing to make and bring to a show because it's small. It's like it could be a sling, small crossbody. And then really honestly, the hardware would be zipper pulls, the D-rings, and then depending on the strap, I mean, chain straps, of course, would be a little more expensive versus making a wrist strap or just a crossbody strap. But that's some options that I have. So that's really kind of the patterns that I've got recently that I myself have purchased recently that I'm looking to make in the future. And then last but not least, what my future plans of my content on my channel. Again, I want to get into more a little bit with my quilting slash really quilting, making things like that. So what I'd like to do is when I choose to do something like that, I may do like a sew along or just sew with me kind of thing. And then just talk about it as I do it. The quilting and quilting patterns typically aren't not really copyrighted. I'm not going to do like someone's actual pattern or show their pattern. But I can show how to make certain quilt blocks and things of that nature. So I'd like to do that as well. There is one other thing that I want to start doing, and it's the cutest thing. And what made me think about it was I made some pillows for my sister-in-law. She had asked me to make her some new Christmas themed pillows, just some, you know, basic pillows. On the back of the polyfill, the bag of the polyfill was a pattern for a old-fashioned handmade rag doll. I thought I looked at that, I thought that was the cutest little thing, and I thought, I mean, I'm going to print that. I'm going to try to make one of those dolls and just see, you know, how cute it is. Well, my brain went a little further on that. Again, my brain just keeps going. So I decided I thought that would be really cute if I were to do a little tutorial on it. The pattern itself is free because it was on the back of the polyfill folder, and I was going to show how I got to make the printed pieces because I got it printed and everything, and then just do a little tutorial on how to make the little doll. Once I make one of the dolls for myself, after I make one for myself, I will start recording tutorials on it. I want to make one for myself before I actually start doing a tutorial, just to refresh my memory and make sure I show it correctly, because just in case, I mean, obviously sometimes you do mistakes when you do sew-alongs or whatnot, but I want to do a tutorial, so I'll have something like that working on videos for that. So that's something to look forward to. That's probably not for at least another month, trying to get some time in to do all of that and get everything worked on. Pretty much that is it. I think I got everything. Look, I think I'm getting everything in with less than 30 minutes, which is a great table talk, because I want also try to keep my table talks 30 minutes or less. Hopefully don't go over the 30-minute mark by a minute or two. So with that all being said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone who watches my videos. I also appreciate every single subscriber. And if you're not subscribed and you do like my content and you like the things that I'm bringing to the table this year, please go ahead and subscribe. And also, if you can, turn on your notification bells. I'd really appreciate it. And again, if you like my videos, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. I would really appreciate it. It helps my content get out to others that, you know, may not others I see when they do searches. That is a big part of my views. Just trying to get everybody subscribed would be absolutely wonderful and fantastic. Everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day and have a fantastic 2025. Bye.